Hey YouTubers, let's have us a Bible study. I have my love letter. Let's look at the tribe of Dan. Let's go to Genesis 14 and 14. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants born in his house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. Let's go to 30, Genesis 30. And we want verse 6. And Rachel said, God hath judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and hath sent me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan. Let's go to 46. Genesis 46. And we want 23 down to 25. And the son of Dan, Husham, and the son of Naphtali, Zahaziel, and Gunai, and Jezor, and Shittim. These are the sons of Belial, which Laban gave unto Rachel his daughter, and she bore these unto Jacob. All the souls were 7. Oh, I was supposed to read 23. Yeah, I did. Damn, okay. Alright, I'm tired. Let's go to 49. And I want 16 and 17. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse's heel, so that his rider shall fall backwards. Let's go to Exodus, and we want 1, 4, and 5. Dan and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 7 souls. For Joseph was an Egyptian already. Okay. We want 31. There we go. Lost my place. We want Exodus 31. Okay. And we want 31. And we want 6 to 11. And I, behold, I have given with him Aholiab, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these names, the son of ahisamach of the tribe of Dan. And in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded thee, the tabernacle of the congregation, and the ark of the testimony, and the mercy seat that is thereupon, and all the furniture of the tabernacle, and the table and his furniture, and the pure candlesticks with all his furniture, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering, with all his furniture, and the laver and the foot, and the clothes of service, and the holy garments for Aaron, the priest, and the garments of his son, a minister in the priest's office, and the anointing oil, and the sweet incense for the holy place, according to all that I have commanded thee, shall they do. So that's what who Dan is. So let's go to 35. And we want 34 and 35. And he hath put in his heart that he may teach, both he and Aholiab, the son of Asher, the tribe of Dan. And some of these names I'm going to read them out of the Strongs. Whom hath he filled with wisdom of heart to work all manner of work of the engraving of the cunning workman, and of the embroider in blue and in purple and scarlet and in fine linen, and of all the weaver, even of them that do any work, and of those that devise cunning work. Let's go to 38, and we want 23. And with him was Aholiab, of son of ahisamach of the tribe of Dan, an engraver, and a cunning workman, and a embroider of blue and in purple and scarlet and fine linen. Let's go to Leviticus, and we want 24. Leviticus 24. And we want 10 through 12. And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. And they brought him to Moses, and his mother's name was Shelomith, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in ward, that the mind of the Lord might be showed them. Let's go to Numbers, and we want 1 and 38 and 39. Of the children of Dan by their generations, after their families, and by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the name, which were 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Dan, were 62,700. It's a lot of people. Let's go to 2, and we want 25. And we are in Numbers. The standard of the camp of Dan shall be on the north side by their armies, and the captains of the children of Dan shall be Asher, the son of Ammishaddai. Shema. Okay, we're going to go on. Let's go down to, we are on 22, and we want 31. All they that were numbered in the camp of Dan were 100,050 and 7,600. They shall go hindmost with their standards. Let's go to 7. Numbers 7. And we want 66 down to 71. On the 10th day, Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai, prince of the children of Dan, offered. His offering was 1 silver charge. The weight thereof was 130 shekels. 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekels of the sanctuary. Both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels, full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, and 1 of the first year for the burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of the peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Ahiezer, the son of the Ammishaddai. Okay, we're going to go on. Chapter 10 and verse 25. And the standard of the camp of the children of Dan set forward, which was the rearward of the camp throughout their host. And over his host was Azor, the son of Ammishaddai. I have all these names, and I'm going to spell them at the end and give you the definition. Let's go to 13 in Numbers, and and we want 1. And let me look. Okay, what I'm going to do is almost skip from 4 and go down and start reading 16. Because all these right here are the names of people, which I can't pronounce or read. So we're going to start with 1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, and every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. Alright, now these right here, all the way down, and we're going to go to 16. These are the names of men of Moses that sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Osha, the son of Nun, Joshua, and Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up unto the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwell therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, or what cities they be that they dwell in, whether tents or in strongholds. And that the land is, whether it be fat or lean, where it be wooden, wherewith or not. And be ye of good courage, and bring the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first striped grapes. Okay, now Dan is mentioned in this. This is the reason why I read it. Because he was one of the people that went out to spy out the land. So let's go to 34. Numbers 34. Numbers 34, and we want 22. And the prince of the tribe of the children of Dan, Baca, and the son of Joglah. Okay, we could have skipped that one. Let's go to Deuteronomy. And we want 27. Sorry, I'm not doing too good. I'm sorry. I'm doing the very best I can. We want 27, and we want 11 through 13. And Moses charged the people the same day, saying, These shall stand upon Mount Gerizim to bless the people when ye are come over Jordan, Simeon and Levi and Judah and Issachar and Joseph and Benjamin. And these shall stand upon Mount Ebal of Curse, Reuben, Gad, and Asher, and Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali. Let's go to Deuteronomy 33. And we want 21 and 22. And he provided the first part for himself, because there was a portion of the lawgiver where was he seated, and he came with the heads of the people. He executed the judgment of the Lord, and his judgment with Israel. And of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's whip. He shall leap from Bashan. Let's go to 34, 1 through 4. And Moses went up from the plains of Moab, and to the mountain of Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And the Lord showed him all the land of Gilgad unto Dan, and all of Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim, and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah unto the utmost sea, and the south, and the plains of the valley of Jericho, the city and the palm trees unto Zor. And the Lord said unto him, This is the land which I swore unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, I will give it to thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over thither. Let's go to Joshua, and we want 19. I'm going back to Judges. Joshua's 19. And we want 40. And the seventh lot came out of the tribe of the children of Dan according to their families. Let's skip down to 47. And the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelled therein, and called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their family, these cities with their villages. Let's go to 21, and we want verse 5. And the rest of the children of Kohash had a lot out of the family of the tribe of Ephraim, and out of the tribe of Dan, and out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, 10 cities. Let's go to 23 and 24. And out of the tribe of Dan, Eltekeh with her suburbs, Gibeon with her suburbs, Aijalon with her suburbs, gath-rimmon with her suburbs, and 4 cities. Let's go to Judges, and we want 1, and we want 34, and 35. And the Amorites forced the children of Dan into the mountain, for they would not suffer them to come down to the valley. But the Amorites would dwell in Mount Heres, in Aijalon, and in Aholiab. Yet the hand of the house of Joseph prevailed, so that they become tributes. Alright, let's go to 5. We want Judges 5 and 17. Gilead abide beyond Jordan. And why did Dan remain in ships? Asher continued on the seashore, and abided in his breaches. Let's go to 13. Judges 13. And we want 25. And the Spirit of the Lord began to move him at the time of the camp of Dan, between Zohar and Eshtalol. Okay, let's go to Judges 18. And we want verse 2. And the children of Dan sent of their family 5 men from their coast, men of valor, from Zoar and from Eshtalol, to spy out the land and to search it. And they said unto them, Go, search the land. Who then shall come to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah? They lodged there. Let's get down and go to 16. We want 18, 16. And the 600 men appointed with their weapons of war, which were of the tribe of Dan, stood by the entering of the gate. Let's go on down to 22. And when they were a good way from the house of Ammishaddai, the men that were in the house near to Micah's house were gathered together and overtook the children of Dan. And they cried unto the children of Dan, and they turned their faces and said unto Micah, What aileth thee, and what thou comest with such a company? And he said, Yea, have taken away my God which I made, and the priest, and ye are gone away, and that have I more. And what is it that ye say unto me? What aileth thee? And the children of Dan said unto him, Let not thy voice be heard among us, lest angry fellows run upon thee, and thou shalt lose thy life with the lives of thy household. And the children of Dan went their way. And when Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back unto his house. And they took the things which Micah had made, and the priests which he had, and came unto Lisha, unto the people that were at a quiet secure, and they smote them with the edge of the sword, and burnt the city with fire. And there was no deliverer, because it was from Zidon, and they had no business with any man. And it was in the valley that lieth by the Gath-rimmon, and they built a city and dwelt therein. And they called the name of the city Dan, after the name of Dan their father, who was born unto Israel. Howbeit the name of the city was Leah at the first. And the children of Dan set up a graven image, and Jonathan the son of Gishma, the son of Manasseh, he and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan until the day of captivity of the land. Let's go to 20, and we want to read 1. Then all the children of Israel went out, and congregation was gathered together as one man, from Dan even unto Beer-sheba, with the land of Gilead, unto the Lord in Mizpah. Let's go to 1 Samuel, and we want 3, 19, and 20. And Samuel grew, and the Lord was with him, and did let none of his words fall to the ground. And all of Israel from Dan even to Beer-sheba knew that Samuel was established to be a prophet of the Lord. Let's go to 2 Samuel 3. 2 Samuel 3. And we want 8 through 11. Then was Abner very wroth for the words of Ishbosheth, and said, am I a dog's head, which against Judah do show kindness this day unto the house of Saul thy father, to his brethren and to his friends, and have not delivered thee into the hands of David, that thou charge me today with a fault concerning this woman. So do God to Abner, and more also, except as the Lord hath sworn unto David, even so I do to them, to translate the kingdom from the house of Saul, and to set up a throne of David over Israel and over Judah, from Dan even to Beer-sheba. And he could not answer Abner a word again, because he feared him. Let's go to 2 Samuel 17. And we want 11. Therefore I counsel that all Israel be greatly gathered unto thee, from Dan even to Beer-sheba, as the sand that is by the sea for multitude, and that thou go to battle in thine own person. This is battle in your own person. This is 2 Samuel 17:11. Let's go now to 24. 2 Samuel 24. And we want 2. For the king said unto Joab, the captain of the host which was with him, Go now through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beer-sheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the number of the people. He numbered everybody. Let's skip on down to 15. So the Lord sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even into the time appointed, that there died of the people of Dan even to Beer-sheba 70,000 men. Let's go to 1 Kings, and we want 4. And we want 24 and 25. For he had dominion over all the rain on this side of the river, from Tip-husha even to Aijalon, over all the kings on this side of the river. And he had placed on all sides round about him, and Judah and Israel dwelt safely, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, from Dan even to Beer-sheba, all the days of Solomon. Let's go to 12, 1 Kings 12. And we want 28 through 30. Whereupon the king took counsel, and made 2 calves of gold, and said unto them, It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy God, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And he set one in Bethel, and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before one, even unto Dan. Let's go to 15. And we want 19 and 20. There is a league between me and thee, and between my father and thy father. Behold, I have sent unto thee a present of silver and gold. Come and break thy league with Baasha, king of Israel, that he may depart from me. So Ben-hadad hearkened unto King Asa, and sent the captains of the host which he had against the city of Israel, and smote Aijalon, and Dan, and Beth-machachi, and all the Sinroth, with all the land of Nephilim. Let's go to 2 Kings, and we want 10, and we want 26, 26 through 30. And they brought forth the image out of the house of Baal, and burnt them. And they broke down the image of Baal, and broke down the house of Baal, and made it a draughted house unto this day. Thus Judah destroyed Baal out of Israel. Howbeit, from the sin of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin, Jehu departed not from after them, to wit, the golden calf that were in Bethel, and that were in Dan. And the Lord said unto Jehu, Because thou hast done well in executing that which is right in my eye, and have done unto the house of Ahab according to all that was in my heart, thy children of the 4th generation shall sit on the throne of Israel. Let's go to 2 Chronicles. And we want 2. And we want 13 and 14. And now I have sent a cunning man, endure with understanding of Huram my father's, and the son of a woman of the daughter of Dan, and his father was a man of Tyre, skillful to work in gold, and in silver, and in brass, and iron, and stone, and in timber, in purple, and blue, and a fine linen, and a crimson, also to grave any manner of graving, and to find out every device which shall be put unto him, which thy cunning man, and with the cunning man of my Lord David thy father. Let's go to 16, 2 Chronicles 16, and we want 4. And Ben-hadad hearkened unto King Asa, and sent a captains of his army against the city of Israel, and they smote Aijalon, and Dan, and Belmeam, and all the store city of Nephthhi. Okay, let's go to 30. And we want 5. 30 and 5. 2 Chronicles 30 and 5. So they established a decree to make a proclamation throughout all Israel, from beer-sheba even to Dan, that they should come to keep the Passover unto the Lord God of Israel at Jerusalem. For they had not done it for a long time, in such sort as it was written. Let's go to Jeremiah. And we want 4. And we want 14 and 15. O Jerusalem, wash thy heart from thy wickedness, that thou mayest be saved. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee? For a voice declareth from Dan, and published afflictions from the Mount Ephraim. Let's go to 8, Jeremiah 8, and we want 15 through 17. We looked for peace, but no good came, for a time of health, and behold trouble, a snoring of the horses heard from Dan. The whole land trembled at the sound of the nodding of his strong ones. For they are come, and they have devoured the land, and all that is in it, the city, and who that dwell therein. For behold, I will send serpents, cockatoos among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, saith the Lord. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 27. Oh, I went too far. 27 and 19. Dan also and Javan, going to and fro, occupied in thy fairs, brought iron, Casa, and Calamus were in thy market. Let's go to 48. Ezekiel 48. Well, and we want 1 through 3. Now these are the names of the tribe from the north end to the coast of the way of Hethlon, as one goeth to Hamath, Hazazon, and the border of Damascus northward to the coast of Hamath. For those are the side east and west and portion of Dan, and by the borders of Dan from the east side and to the west side a portion of Asher, and by the border of Asher from the east side even into the west side, a portion of Naphtali. Let's skip down and go to 31. We want 38, and we want 31 and 32. And the gate of the city shall be after the name of the tribe of Israel. 3 gates northward, 1 gate of Reuben, 1 gate of Judah, 1 gate of Levi. And at the east side, 4,503 gates, and 1 gate of Joseph, and 1 gate of Benjamin, and 1 gate of Dan. And it goes on down and gives you names of the gates. Let's go to Amos. Okay, come on now. Amos, and we want 8 and 14. They that swear by the sin of Samaria, and say, They God, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Beer-sheba liveth, even they shall fall, and never rise up again. Okay, now, this is where I'm going to be doing a lot of spelling because of the names. But I want you to look at what the names mean, and then you can go back and listen to it and try to figure out what I did and what I did wrong. But the first one is Aholiab, and it is 171, and it is conspiracy. 10 of his father. And the next one is ahisamach, 294, brother of support. Alright, and the next one is Ahiezer, and it's 295, brother of help. The next one is Ammishaddai, 5996, people of the Almighty. And the next one is Eltekeh, 514, a place in Palestine. Aijalon, 357, and it means 5 places, and a stag or male deer. Alright, then we have another one. gath-rimmon, and it's 1667, it means wine press. And here's one I know. Jacob, 3097, and it means Jehovah fathered. And Beer-sheba, 884, well of an oath. Dan is 1835 and 1777. One of the son of Jacob, to judge, judgment, plead, strife, and strive. And I'm going to put all these in the descriptions, so maybe it'll help y'all out with my craziness not being able to do too good. But I think it was important that I did this. I love YouTubers. If you have anything you want me to do, just give me a yell. Love you. Bye.